Have you ever wondered what side dish you could make on your big green egg while you're cooking something else? Well, today we're going to show you how because we're making cornbread. Let's go ahead and refresh the big green egg with charcoal. We'll get our fire started. Then we'll go ahead and add the convector once it hits 200 degrees. Then we adjust the top dial and the bottom vent to make sure we hold right at 350 degrees. Our ingredients today for the cornbread are quite simple. We are making everything from scratch. So we start off with a little bit of cornmeal, move into all-purpose flour. We've got kosher salt, baking soda, baking powder, a little bit of brown sugar for some sweetness. And then we've got some room temperature butter, a little bit of sour cream or crema, eggs, green chilies, cheddar cheese, corn, and a little bit of milk. Then we went ahead and sprayed our Lodge cast iron with a little bit of cooking spray. That's going to be our cooking pan today, but I'll tell you, those are all the ingredients. It's going to make one fantastic cornbread. First thing we're going to do is go ahead and mix all of our dry ingredients. We'll get those added to the mixing bowl here. We will get all these mixed up nicely, and then we'll set these guys aside and get ready for step number 2. We went ahead and added all of our ingredients into the bowl, and now we are mixing these up. Hey, if it's dry where you live, like Colorado, and your brown sugar hardens in about 8 seconds, yeah, go ahead and just keep chopping that up until it comes back to soft and usable. But that's it. Now we're gonna go ahead and mix the wet ingredients. So what we'll do is mix that crema and butter until those are well combined. And again, using that whisk just to help get everything mixed in really good and solid, like that right there. Now, once we get that mix, we're gonna go ahead and add our eggs to the mixture. We will add our milk to the mixture, right, like that. We will add our cheese, our corn, and lastly, our green chilies. Now we'll go ahead, chop those eggs up just a little bit, and mix all of this in here. Now, once we get this fully incorporated, I'm gonna go ahead and let this sit for about 5 minutes, just real quick, and then we'll come back and get the wet and the dry mixed and get our cornbread into the pan. Now we're gonna mix about half of the wet into the dry, and we'll start off that way, and we just wanna kind of get this mixed in a little bit, not form any clumps. That's why we're mixing half in at the first time, and then we'll add the other half. So get that mixed in real good like that. And now we'll go ahead and add the rest. Now, once we have it all added, go ahead and mix it again. I wanna get everything combined really nice into your cornbread, just like so. Don't over mix by stirring too hard, too fast, but just till it's combined like that. All right, now we're going into the cast iron. Level that out just a little bit like that. Next up, we're out to the big green egg. Give that big green egg a burp, and with the last hour of cook time on our pork belly burnt ends, that's right, we're gonna go ahead and add that cornbread. Time to check in. Here we are right at that 40-minute mark, and I'll tell you, that looks pretty awesome. Let's go ahead and check for doneness. I'm gonna use either a toothpick, a skewer, or a knife, but I'm going right into the middle, and I'm gonna check for any thing sticking to the knife. Look at that, we are good to go. So without further ado, let's take this off. We'll get into the kitchen. Well, there you have it, a great side dish cooked at 350 degrees on the big green egg. You know what goes great with that cornbread? Pork belly burnt ends, and that video is coming up next.